Hi, welcome to our PlantPure kitchen. I'm Kim Campbell. I'm making Thai fried rice today. So a lot of times I have leftover rice and I don't know what to do with it. I freeze it, it sits in the refrigerator, and sometimes it dries out a little bit, so this recipe is perfect for leftover rice. So we're going to start by sauteing the vegetables before we put the rice in. So get your pan good and hot. You'll know when it's ready because the water will bounce around or sizzle. We're going to start with onions, and I mixed some red onions and white onions. You can use any kind of onion in this recipe. And we're going to saute them over a medium to high heat. And the onions, as they start to stick to the pan, just use a little bit of water, deglaze it. You want to cook the onions until they're soft and tender. This is a great recipe if you want to use up some leftover vegetables. We're going to use peas and peppers, carrots, tofu. If you notice, I'm not adding the garlic just yet because the garlic can get bitter if it burns. So you want to make sure you get your onions cooked down and so they're soft and tender. You don't need to use oil in this recipe or any of our recipes. We don't use any oil. You can dry saute using water, using vegetable broth. For marinara sauces, you can use wine. Then I'm going to add a couple of teaspoons of ginger paste. You can use fresh ginger if you want. This is just an easy way to do it. 2 teaspoons. And then stir that in. Garlic. I buy garlic cloves already peeled. You can peel them. This is a really nice little gadget that I got from Tupperware. And you can pull it with a string. Minces your garlic really nicely, so we'll add that. This is where you want to be careful not to burn anything. And then we'll add about 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. That'll give it a nice color and glow. And then we're going to take our tofu, just like if you were making scrambled tofu. We're going to add that to the onions because fried rice typically has scrambled eggs in it. So we're going to do scrambled tofu. Move it around the pan. And then we'll add the rest of our vegetables. I have red peppers, I have a carrot, a couple of carrots, and green onions. You can add as little or more vegetables as you want. This is really whatever you want it to be. If it begins to dry out, have your water beside you and ready to go. And then we'll put a cup of peas. You're eating the rainbow with this recipe, and you can add anything that you want. If you wanted to put some kale in it or spinach, asparagus, anything that's in season from your garden. Then I'll add some fresh pineapple. That's going to give it a nice sweet flavor. And then we'll season it up. I'm going to take a lime, about a tablespoon of lime juice, some sriracha sauce. This is chili paste. It's spicy, so it depends on how much you want. Mix it in with the vegetables. And then if you want it a little sweeter, you can put some maple syrup in it. If you have plenty of pineapple, you won't really need the maple syrup, so it's really up to you. Then some tamari sauce, about 1/4 cup. And then we're going to incorporate the rice into the vegetables. I have about 3 cups of brown rice. You can use any kind of rice, wild rice, black rice. And that rice was kind of dry because it was leftover, but this is a perfect opportunity to incorporate more moisture into the rice. So as I always say, when you're cooking, when you're building flavor, it's important to give it a taste. Perfect. And I like to garnish it with a little bit of cilantro, some peanuts, and of course, lime. If you enjoyed this recipe, check out PlantPureChef.com and our PlantPure Nation cookbooks. There's plenty more recipes to choose from.